me today young and dynamic Aditya Kulkarni.
Hello everyone, nice to meet you.
So, you see, India is a country united with diversity. Unity in
Yes,
diversity
of
is what
course,
we
yes.
learn in
Yes,
our
that's
childhood.
true.
And even this podcast, you will see kind of diversity in the kind of people we have included in the podcast. There are people with double your age experience talking,
Yes.
and I find it very interesting when we discuss with you to come to this podcast, and thanks for accepting our invite. One of the biggest challenge what industry facing today is having the youngsters coming and joining the manufacturing sector.
Yes.
India is growing. We
Yes.
can see many people are getting very good orders, but the real problem is that we need more and more people so that we can get the industry growing. Just making automation is not the answer. We need also smart people to run that automated processes, right?
Yes, sure.
Before going there, Aditya, I just want to understand from you how the industry, in the metal forming, the laser industries, you work in the laser industry, is what do you feel how it is growing, and what is the present situation of the metal forming industry?
Yes, so currently the laser industry in India is growing. We mainly serve the automotive sector, and with the growing demands for automotive sector and the current EV trends, there is a tremendous scope for the EV, the battery welding machines. So I think it is a very good opportunity.
So the emerging industries like maybe EV, future mobility,
Yes.
renewables. So I think laser will be having a big role there, right?
Yeah, specifically in battery welding, what happens? You have to stack a pack of batteries together. So for that you need a bus bar, which is to be welded with your module of battery packs. And laser welding is a very good option for that type of process, because with laser you have precise heat control. Your heat input must be between the required range. If you penetrate it too deep, it can affect the insides of the chemicals, lithium ions, may cause accidents. And if you heat input is too low, then it may not get welded. So laser is a very precise thing, you can say, because you have a precise control over the heat input. Yes.
My question to you, did your mechanical engineering from Pune,
Yes.
and now you are working in the industry for the last 1.5 years plus.
Yes.
All these things, whatever you experience, were you able to get those information while studying the engineering?
Yeah, actually the point is that whatever I have seen, there is a lack of association in the education institutes and the industrial institutes. So what happens is whenever students complete their degree, education in engineering, and whenever they enter the industries, what happens, they see is whatever is completely different world. They think that whatever I have learned and whatever I am seeing here is completely different. So there is a problem, they face a bit of problems due to that. So if we do something like both the education institutes and the industries have to work together, they have to grow the association, and if instead of exam based evaluation, if I think we concentrate on evaluate the students by giving the actual tasks from the industries and evaluate them based on how you are solving the actual industrial problems, then that would be better. The students right from their education years, engineering years, they will have an idea about what is going on in the industries, and they will have more curiosity. And the problem, like you said, we need more skilled people. This can tackle that if the education institutions and industrial institutions are associated together. Right.
Whom you think is the person responsible for this? Is it the industry, or is it the academy, or is it the students?
Look, this is not something like one person is responsible or this. It is a collective responsibility. Even the education institutes, the industries, everyone together has to work on this. We cannot blame a single person that this is to blame, he is to blame. So it is a collective thing. You need to do it collectively together.
But as you also should have been faced certain challenges once you finish your college, but definitely you had the advantage. You come from an industry family, so you
Yes.
hear about all these things maybe even in the dinner table sometimes.
Yes, on that I would like to comment. So generally what happens mainly in family businesses, at least it happened with me, the parents are like, you now don't bother yourself, don't worry too much about the business, you focus on your education. And I'm not blaming them, it's their perspective, they don't want to like overburden their children. But I think if families start including their children in like maybe take some time out and tell them, discuss about the business, take them to their factories. So that I think should be better. So I think the family business should get their children involved in the business as early as possible.
Good perspective, because many people complain that from the childhood itself, maybe they are in the factory. So there are different, and this is a good thought what you shared right now.
Yes. So I am not telling that you put them to work or child labor. Just exposure. They just need the exposure to develop the curiosity, and if they are like mingling in that environment since their childhood, when they grow up with it, so when they are graduated and they are out in the field, so they'll have some certain brief idea. Right now what happens, my personal experience, when I completed my engineering and when I started going to the office, I was completely clueless. Okay, so if from childhood, if you are doing going to your industry, the exposure, you have a brief idea how things work, how corporate works, how industry is there. So that I think is a good thing some parents can do for, or these family businesses can do.
Yeah, I was only telling that we cannot blame an engineering student also if he is not industry ready, because his exposure, he's not having that exposure.
Yes.
So if that arrangement can be done,
Yes.
where during the studies itself he goes sometimes to the factories. I also think the HODs or the
Head of departments, yes.
or the teachers should also go to the industries and make their hands dirty. What do you think about that? Because otherwise, how they will be able to really know what is happening in the industry?
Yes.
Faculties.
Yes, just right now what I said. Now I'll also like to share an experience. Just few months back, I was in Germany. So the industries where there was a program and they were like discussing what are the new developments in the industry, what are the new research and products. And all that research was actually done in association with the professor, and under that professor there was a group of students working. So that is the kind of association I think that we need to implement here in India. If that we can do, then certainly we can develop. There is a much more scope for development. Yes.
Aditya, it is a great opportunity. We are having you here, a second generation entrepreneur. Outside people, for them it is very good. Okay, young boy is a director, but it comes with a lots of responsibility, right?
Yeah. So actually, what happens? Generally, people, what they do, like not blaming the people, it's natural. When you see whatever you see one-sided perspective, there is one-sided, and then people like make their perception based on that. Oh, he is already the director because he is born in a business family. So that's not quite the case, right? Even when you are born in a business family, maybe you don't have to look for a job. You have an option that you can join the family business, but that has a lot of problems. It's not like when you just now, I am second generation, I was born in this family. So people, if you want the people to accept you as in their organization, then that is also a big challenge. Even people are getting businessmen from second generation businessmen's perspective, lot of like nervousness. How am I going to do? What are people expecting? I am going to work with the people who are like experienced since 20, 25 years. Maybe their experience is more than my age. So with that caliber of people you are working, so it is quite challenging to like match your wavelengths of thoughts.
Aditya, one thing is there. You are entering into the industry on a right time.
Yeah.
India is growing.
Yes.
You are growing.
Yes.
I feel I will get the opportunity to interview maybe after 25 years sitting
Yes,
here,
sure.
if God allows.
Yes.
And we will be having a completely different set of questions, completely different set of kind of insights.
Yes.
I'm very happy that I'm able to talk to you.
Yes.
I think this is just a start for you and for machine maker and all those people who will be getting benefited by you, your leadership in the coming days.
Yes.
Thank you very much for sharing your time.
Yes. Thank you very much.
I wish you all the best.
Yes, it was nice talking to you. Thank you very much.